Welcome to Glasgow. It's day 12 of the COP26 meeting. I'm Hannah Manson from the Royal Meteorological Society. Yesterday we saw a stocktake of the progress that all the negotiating groups have made, including the key group looking at mitigation to reach the 1.5 degree climate target. The message seemed to be that although the parties recognised that there was a gap between the pledges made so far and the reductions in greenhouse gas emissions that will need to reach a 1.5 degree target, there hadn't been enough progress made towards closing that gap. We also heard from the groups looking at the tricky issues of financial support for loss and damage and the so-called Paris rulebook, which we have mentioned before. As COP26 draws to a close, the negotiators are working harder and longer through the night in an attempt to reach agreements. Alok Sharma, the COP president, urged the parties to be flexible, transparent and inclusive, and to roll up their sleeves to get to work armed with the currency of compromise. Something we haven't mentioned before is the incredible multinationality of the event. Simultaneous translation is available in all the main meetings, and the draft documents are being released in all the working languages of the UN. Many delegates have come in amazing national costumes. The number of demonstrations, both inside and outside the COP venue, is increasing as people try to encourage the negotiators to do better. Today in Glasgow, the focus is on cities and the built environment. The 2021 report from the Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change, the IPCC, highlighted that urban areas tend to warm faster than the rural ones surrounding them. This can be a particular problem during extremely hot weather, leading to heat-related deaths. Climate change will also affect the air quality and chances of flooding in urban areas. Several of the mechanisms COP has in place help urban areas around the world prepare for the impact of a changing climate. For example, research has shown that putting roofs made of special materials which reflect the sun's light on buildings can really help cool cities down in the summer and make life considerably easier for people living in low-quality housing. In the UK, we don't experience life-threatening urban heat waves very often. 2003 was a notable exception, but we still need to look at ways of cooling our urban areas in the summer and making our built environment more energy efficient. It's really a social justice issue. Often the people who struggle to afford to heat buildings in the winter and cool them in the summer are the ones living in the least energy efficient housing.